Greetings, and welcome to this short video describing the basics of encryption. So what is encryption? In its simplest terms, it is the means of disguising information so that only authorized people can read it. This is achieved by converting ordinary information, called plain text, into unintelligible text, which we call ciphertext. This is easiest illustrated by looking at an example. This technique was called Caesar's cipher, as it is said that Julius Caesar himself used it to encrypt his private correspondence. It uses what we call a simple letter shift. Here's how. Take the text you want to encrypt. For instance, Mary had a little lamb. Shift the letters either to the right or left a certain number. In this example, we moved 3 to the left so that D becomes A, E becomes B, and so on. The encrypted phrase then becomes JXO, VEX, AXI, FQQ, IBI, XJY. And so, by this simple technique we have protected the information, which will look like nonsense to anyone who does not know what we've done. It follows, therefore, that anyone possessing the knowledge of how the phrase was encrypted could then be said to have the encryption key, and would easily be able to decrypt the message back to its normal form and meaning. So what ultimately is the purpose of encryption? The Global Information Security Standard, ISO 27001, talks about maintaining the CIA of information. This refers to the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. Encryption addresses the requirements for confidentiality and integrity. Let's focus on confidentiality for now. As we said previously, encryption aims to ensure that information remains confidential and is only usable by those permitted to see it. To achieve this, modern-day encryption uses what is called a secret key to change or encrypt the required or target information. This information then can only be decrypted by someone else possessing the same key. The encrypted information can of course consist of text, numbers, or special characters. Here's another example. Suppose Bob wants to send a confidential message to Alice. He encrypts the message with a secret key, then sends the message to Alice, and shares the secret key with her. Finally, Alice uses the secret key to decrypt the message. Without going into too much technical detail, it may be useful to know the main types of encryption, and these first two really relate to how we use the encryption key. The first is called symmetric key encryption, where the same key is used to both encrypt and decrypt the information. So in our example, both Bob and Alice will have the same key. The second type of encryption also relates to how the key is used. This is called asymmetric key encryption because different keys are used to encrypt and decrypt the information. This is a topic for another presentation, but these are called public and private keys. We won't elaborate at this stage, but the keys are mathematically related, so act as a pair. So again, using our example, Bob will encrypt the information using one key, and Alice will use a different, but related key to decrypt the information. This type of encryption is more secure. The last item we want to discuss briefly here is hashing. This is not strictly an encryption technique, but is a means of ensuring that data or information has not been changed in any way, and can be used in conjunction with encryption. So to put it simply, hashing is a technique used to ensure the integrity of data. Think back to our two relevant ISO 27001 requirements for information, confidentiality and integrity, meaning to keep information confidential, and to ensure that it has not been changed. To summarize, we've talked about 3 ways encryption can be used to protect information and ensure its confidentiality and integrity. These are symmetric key encryption, where the same key is used to encrypt and decrypt the information. Asymmetric key encryption, which uses one key to encrypt and a different, but related key, to decrypt. And hashing, which generates a much smaller fixed value from a random size of data, and is used to ensure the integrity of information, i.e. that information has not been changed. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you found the information useful. Goodbye for now.